Sir, we're approaching a podcast. It's part of the Legion Academy collective called Dice Time.
That's it. Bob Swaim and Ben Jetron are there.
My lord, there are several Star Wars Legion podcasts. It could be any number.
That is the one. Admiral, set your course for Dice Time.
Hello everybody, welcome to Dice Time. I'm Ben Jetron.
And I'm Bob Swaim. We are on this podunk planet out in the rim, waiting on a gentleman that called us to help him do some driving. He needed a ride, and I guess we're doing Uber stuff now. I don't know, but we've been waiting here about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
How you doing, Ben?
Yeah, I'm doing good. The guy seemed totally fine. He just wanted our first job as space Uber's going pretty good. We're just sitting outside the Galactic Bank here, and he said he's making a withdrawal, but he's been in there for like 20 minutes. I don't know what the deal is. Must be a long line.
Must be a long. He did pay us half up front for the ride, so that's kind of cool.
That's true.
So we're making some coin. We can get our Rust Bucket ship all fixed up and maybe get going. So
get ready for a big heist next
month.
For
a big one.
Yeah.
Big one.
I'm wanting to buy one of those AA5 speeder trucks. You can probably afford one of those next month.
I'm thinking one of those old vintage Republic LACs. I think that's going to be pretty sweet. I heard they're going to release a bunch of surplus next month. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting one of those and seeing how we can get it in the cargo hold here.
Well, we'll have to debate it. I'm just going to say you can't party as much as you can. I've already got a whole bunch of stuff ready to pimp out an AA5 to be a party bus, Bob.
Wrong side of the fight there, buddy. Republic.
Fair enough.
There we go.
Well, we'll see. All right. So it's gonna be a little bit of a short one today, just because we don't know when our customer's coming out, and we don't have a whole lot to talk about. But I figured we would go ahead and touch upon a couple things. Primarily how the Unconventional Warfare event that we did last month went, and then we're also going to briefly touch on Yavin Base Team League. So, Bob, we did Unconventional Warfare at Muncie in April.
Yeah, it was good. We had a really light turnout, which was weird because about 5 of our local guys that are normally there on a regular basis bailed. Thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun. Everybody at the event was from out of town. We had Ben, of course, from Bloomington. We had some guys from Chicago. And we had one from Toledo. Hello, Chris. There's your shout-out, buddy. We appreciate you driving in from Toledo all the way to Muncie to come play at our store. Hope you had a good time. Hope everybody had a good time. I have congrats to throw at Ben. He was the best lead from the front army.
Oh, right, yeah.
Now, that comes with a disclaimer of he was the only person crazy enough to play lead from the front. But we did up little certificates that were kind of cool. His certificate was a picture of Rex right about the time that the whole armada basically was raining down on him and Ahsoka in the very last episode of Clone Wars. It's him kind of looking at the thing, and you can just see his face under the mask going, what? What did I just get into? And but it was kind of cool. We put the date on it and everything. That way he's got something for his wall. And then we did one for, Overwhelming Firepower, and it was basically from Hoth, except they added a whole bunch of different walkers with a lot bigger guns.
Yeah.
That went to Chris Kerr. He had the best one. We only got 2 games in. We were playing 800 points, and everybody, as you can imagine from driving that long, was done after 2. So it played around with the strength of schedule a little tiny bit, but
I wanted to go for a third, but it would have been pretty long, and I already had dinner plans that night, so I was I better start driving home.
Well,
as much as I was having fun.
Yeah, they were all hungry too. It's like, and there's really not, that's the only bad thing about the location of the store. There's really nothing right down the street. So you have to go a little ways. It's not too far. It's probably a mile and a half, but still.
Let it be known that when we do the big tournaments, though, we provide lunch.
Oh yeah, so
that's not an issue then.
Exactly.
So we had 6 players, and we had a a heavy turnout of overwhelming firepower list.
It was 5-1.
5-1, and I was the one.
It was really fun to see what everybody was driving around. The tables were kind of sparse. Slade set them up kind of sparse, but they were good. You really didn't have that much of a problem. You got what, third?
I got third, but it was definitely not because maps helped me out. If anything, maps hurt me a lot.
He did. He made sparse, and we're gonna try next time to make him a little bit more.
Hey, it's all right. I think they were getting set up kind of rush jobs, so I mean, I'm not gonna be super critical of them. I'll just say it worked. All the maps worked really well for all those overwhelming firepower lists where the vehicles just want a vehicle, and then my list of all boots on the ground were not having a fun time. But at least I won one of my games, so.
I didn't want to give you an easy time, man. You're better.
Yeah. You wanted to put the Republic. You wanted to make them earn it.
Oh yeah, they always do. So they have to work a little bit harder than everybody else. No armor. I mean, but yeah, it was pretty fun. Paul Watson was playing Imperials. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, which was really fun to see because he's usually a Republic or a Rebel guy. So it was fun to see him pull some of that jank out and go to town on people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of fun.
Hey, one of those people he went to town on was me.
Well, yeah, he went to town on everybody.
That was a pretty good game. I'll like briefly.
Yeah, go for it.
Like give a brief description of my two games. So, because I know a lot of people were asking me like, how did your stupid crazy clone list do? And so, if I had to briefly go over how it went, it was like the first game was on like a Hoth board. I played against Richie, and he brought rebels. He brought a commander, a squad of fleets, a squad of rebels, like rebel troopers, and then 3 air speeders, 3 ATRTs, and R2D2. And it was a crazy they were all rotary RTs, by the way. And due to my battle, I think I was blue player both games, and due to my battle deck, we ended up playing key positions and disarray. So it was a very interesting game because we had everyone set up like all sorts of different. We had on one side of the board, we had all of his like soldiers and like his commander and all of his troops and everything, and then set up across from them was one of my commanders and one of my phase 2 squads. Quick recap of my list if anyone else is wondering, because I didn't listen to the last episode. I ran Captain Rex, 4 clone commanders, like 4 generic clone commanders, 2 phase 2 Z6 squads, 2 phase 1 RPS squads, and then 2 ARC sniper strike teams. That was a super fun list. I will happily play that again anytime. I'm so sad that I can't make that like my new competitive list because it can do a lot and it's really awesome, but it's just not format. It's just a format list.
Yeah, it looked like it played really good for what you had against what you had.
Oh yeah,
but, yeah,
it was great.
It was. I know you guys played Disarray, which was weird because nobody plays Disarray. So as I was walking by, I'm looking at everything and how people are doing and stuff, and I looked down and I'm like, why do you have stuff in 4 corners for? That's okay. That's very cool.
We played Disarray because I was like, well, I mean, if any army is gonna hold its own in Disarray, it's gonna be clones.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I'll just set up one, and especially with this list, it's like I can set up one commander and one squad up in that corner, and they're good. They can take an objective and hold it, which is basically what happened. I ran across to touch a key position. They got fairly decimated by an air speeder that went by, but they straight up killed just about all of the rebels that came at them. So They held that position. The other side of the board was where all the battle was happening. Air speeders flying by, flanking me. RTs shooting at me in the open. All these open shots. I'm rolling like 80 to 90% saves on my clones in their red armor, in their red dice saves. I am like, that was some of the hottest dice I've ever rolled, and I felt so bad.
And we know this because of Richie. Richie's really good with numbers, and Richie will tell you the odds and the stats on everything that you roll repeatedly. Hi, Richie.
yeah, it was it seemed very unfair of just how hot my dice were rolling, and I was like, well, I mean, that's what they are. So I was able to keep enough bodies on, and we used all of our fire support and our RPSs and everything to destroy all of the ATRTs. I didn't even bother touching the air speeders because I was like, I'm not going to be able to get those and the walkers. I'm just going to have to pick one. So I picked the walkers because I thought they could be actually dealt with. Besides that, we got all of our bodies to the key positions, and I ended up holding, I think, 2 of the 3. I think I died on one of them. I don't totally remember now, but I remember I held the majority, and I don't think he got anybody on. Oh, we might have contested one. That might have been what it was. But anyway, long story short, I won on objectives. That was the end of that game. It was really fun. The other game was against Paul, and we played Hostage Exchange, which was Paul's first Hostage Exchange. And he played an Empire list. He brought Veers, a tank, an ATST, and then 2 groups of Snows and 1 IRG. It was a very interesting game and a very interesting list.
How did those IRGs?
Oh, and an E-Web.
All the damage.
There was an E-Web as well. An E-Web was in the tank.
He had that in the tank. I know he used those IRGs as just hit points.
Yeah, he was just soaking up all the damage from everyone around him. He was soaking up damage on the hostage carriers. He was soaking up damage on the E-Webs. And they were rolling pretty hot as well. And they stuck around for a while. I got kind of aggressive with my placement of my commanders up front. And they didn't end up really shaking out. I almost had a play where I was going to move into melee and tie up his hostage carrier so they weren't going to be able to reach deployment in time. But right before I was able to do that, the IRG got a free shot on Rex, who's in the open, but at full health. I'm like, he'll take a couple damage, and then we'll do our play. And he rolls 6 hits, I roll 6 blanks. And Rex dies in one shot. And I'm like, well, that was the game right there. That was pretty much where the game tanked. It was all downhill from there, and it was a losing battle from there, and we never really recovered. But, you know, it is what it is. I'll never beat Paul, but I'll try.
That's like the goal at our store is to beat Paul. Once you've done that, you're golden. You get your little gold star in the win column, and you're like, okay, I feel good now. You know, and I'm sure he feels that way too. He wins a lot, and he's always like, let's see what everybody's playing this week. Oh yeah, right. And then he's like, you hand him the first place stuff, and he's like, oh, okay, cool. And he's just as happy. He's got generally stuff.
But he didn't get first place this week.
He did not. So that's where it stayed, and he was cool with it. Yeah. Good job. He did fine. But everybody did great. I was real excited to see the people out.
Yeah, so we just had a whole batch of fun. It was I would love to do it again.
I'd like to do it again with 11 or 12 people. Hello, my local people. But yeah, everybody had to work. They all had actually really good excuses. They had work and family commitments and stuff like that. So they get a free pass this time. This time. Yeah, this time. Next time it's like, you have nothing. Nothing. There's no reason not to be here.
Well, and I like it because it was like Unconventional Warfare Day on the like certificates that we handed out.
Yep.
So it's like that could be like a thing like every April. Well, I mean, we could do it again like more often if we really wanted to, but like maybe if we decide we only want to do it like once a year, we can have Unconventional Warfare Day.
Exactly.
Do it in April.
And that would be fun. And I mean, Slade's open to whatever we want to do. He doesn't care. He loves that we bring the people in. He loves the people. He always says, you got a good group there. And I said, yeah, I always do. I said, that people, they want to come and play. They don't fight. They want to come in. They want to sit down. They want to talk to everybody they don't only get to see once a month. And they want to throw some dice and have a good time and then walk away with some cool prizes. And that's what we do. I mean, all our games that we run, I run this and I run some Arena Rex and then I run some Frostgrave and, every group there has just been great. No fighting. I mean, there's a lot of banter going on back and forth, but if you don't have that, you're not playing because you don't care. If you're not trash talking somebody, you just don't care about the game. So that's the way we do things there, and everybody comes away, and nobody gets mad, and it's a great time, and we have a great group. The store's great. He always has stuff in stock. I've got one guy, hello Chris, who's looking to buy some stuff from our store because he can't get it where he's at. So yeah. He's gonna order some stuff for Arena Rex from us because he can't get it in his area.
All right, Bob, you get. I'm gonna start a timer here. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? You're gonna get a 60-second timer, and then you have to get all the Arena Rex talk out. Like, pitch it, say how cool it is, but you only get 60 seconds because this isn't an Arena Rex podcast yet.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Go.
Arena Rex is a Coliseum game. If you've watched Gladiator, you've seen what the game is like. It has animals. It has some beasts in it. I run the Egyptians. They have a scorpion that one of the characters ride. It is combat inside a 3x3 arena. It's a lot of fun. There's a bunch of factions. It's real easy to pick up. You can get into the game for $45. You can buy just about everything from whatever faction you want for around $120, $150. Really good game. Highly suggest it. Arena Rex.
Wow, you still got 26 seconds.
Oh,
that was very efficient and very well done.
There you go. What can I say? It's my second love.
I'll use your. It's because there's Rex in it, isn't there?
Oh yeah, it does.
That's what it is, right?
It should be called Captain Arena Rex.
Captain Arena Rex. Well, I'll spend 20 of your seconds then to briefly say that I've been painting up all of my Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff recently, and I am 100% caught up on all the characters that need to be painted for that game.
If we're going to do different games than what we normally do, let me throw this one in. Stargrave. It's a new one. And you can take your models that you use for Legion and actually use them in Stargrave for your characters. So double duty your stuff. You don't have to buy any miniatures for Stargrave. Which is coming out on the 29th, I think. So there you go.
We've plugged a lot of different games now, right?
Well, we are at gaming. It does say Dice Time. It doesn't say Star Wars Legion Dice Time in our...
Well, right now we're Star Wars Legion podcast, so...
There you go.
Well, we as people like to delve into other games too, so there's that.
That just shows we're diversified.
I also bought some 40K stuff. Anyway, alright, we're done.
I'm done. You're done? You're done? You sure you're done? Okay, great. I'm done.
You know who's not done?
Legion Academy?
You're right! Legion Academy is doing all sorts of awesome stuff every Wednesday, at least usually Wednesday, on their YouTube channel. They've got live shows that they're doing, talking about Legion. Sean and Joe will find fun topics to talk about. They'll be talking about terrain. They'll be talking about how to competitively play, analyzing new units, talking about the news, all sorts of great stuff. You should check them out on their YouTube channel. They also have a Facebook page where they post everything and all the times of stuff they're going to be doing. They have a Patreon where they give out awesome stuff like tokens and really neat like card sleeves that just came out. But
those are really, really cool.
They take care of you. If you show up, they take care of you. It's good. It's good stuff. They're good people over there. They're so good, in fact, Bob, that I've decided that I've been invited and decided. I don't know how many more rhymes I can put in to be a part of a team. What is this team going to be for? You might ask.
Is it purple? Does it have purple in the title?
It not in the title, but it does have purple in it.
Nice.
Me and Paul outvoted everybody on that. just me and Paul. We were like, purple? Can we have purple? And everyone was like, silence. And we were like, all right, we didn't hear no. Okay, but the team is going to be for the upcoming Yavin Base Team League. What is Yavin Base Team League, you ask, Bob? I know you're asking.
What is that? I have no idea what that is.
I'm glad you asked. Well, Yavin Base Team League is a Legion tournament that is held by the Discord zone Endless. He has put together. He has a Twitch channel on Twitch where he does Star Wars Legion and there's lots of cool stuff. And him and the small team have thrown together the Yavin Base Team League, which is a competitive. It's slightly competitive. It's competitive. It's just not clean cut vanilla competitive tournament as you might think. because they've got a way different format, a very unique format that no other tournament has to offer. First off, you make a team of 5 people and you register, which I think registration is already over by this point because it was last month and we didn't talk about it. So, oops. Sorry if this is your first time hearing it, but every other podcast talked about it, so hopefully you heard it from one of them and you got signed up if you wanted to get signed up. But it is a 5-man team. You set up, you get your team in, you can have a substitute in case like one of your guys can't play, you can have a coach, cool stuff. You get all your guys and gals together and you upload you make a little team banner and you upload that and you're all set to go. And then there's different maps. You get put in a pod with other teams and then you guys go head to head. There's a whole system of like who plays who based on like your team captains will like reveal lists that you'll make for that round, and then your opponents make lists, and then like you show each other one list or so, and then the captains pick who's gonna play who, and it's a whole mini game that can really swing the outcome of who's gonna win. I don't have all the details on it. I mean, I'm sure if I wanted to sit down and study it right now, I could, but I'm not our team captain, which is really good for that. So, if you want to check out more about how that process goes, there should be posts and stuff on the yavinbase.blog where they make posts and stuff talking about how to do the tournament and what all is going to be involved. There's different maps that they've made. They've made some skew maps, so there's like a heavy map and a light map and my favorite, a vertical map. That one's going to be fun. Lots of buildings stuff. Be very cool.
So your banner is purple?
Yes, our banner is purple. Well, mostly purple. I put together the banner myself. I was the artist of the team, so I did that. But because so I think Legion Academy was going to like reveal the team on their show, but as for what time of recording is, that's in like 2 hours from now. So by the time that episode goes live, they will have already revealed the team, so I can freely say it here, even though it feels like I'm saying it for the first time, like on a podcast. It won't be, because this will be uploaded on a Sunday, like this following Sunday. But anyway, the team is going to consist of Captain Jace. We will have Joe DePinto, Sean Morris, Paul Watson, and myself. And we are Team LAC-Luster. It's kind of like Team Average, or we were kind of playing around with, Team Average and Team Average Joes and that kind of stuff. Joe was the captain, and it would have made more sense. But we settled on Team LAC-Luster, and I named it that because it is, or I pitched that name rather. It is spelled LAC-Luster, and the LAC stands for the Legion Academy Collective, because that's what we all are.
That's very nice. That's very nice. I am looking forward to watching you guys just beat the heck out of everybody. You've got a really good team going there.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we're going to be lined up to have some good games. We were talking. We've done a lot of like discussion. We have a Discord server set up for the 5 of us to communicate for Team League, and we were talking. And yeah, they were just like, we got a pretty solid list of candidates here. Like, these are all some pretty good players, some pretty good competitive players. And then I was like, and me. You have me as well.
You're the wild card.
I'm the wild card. Yeah. So, if anything, we've got I'm fairly confident that we're gonna have fun, which is the main thing we're all looking to do. We're all talking about playing different jank. We're just signed up to have a fun time. So, we're not in the, there's 2 different leagues that are going on right now. There's going to be the Hero League I think they're called the Hero League and the Champion League. And the Champion League is like the 8 best teams from last season. And they're going to be like in their own pods, and they're going to be doing their own tournament. And then the Hero League is just everybody else. And they're just going to get ranked based on how they do and who all they played and whatnot. So they're like 2 separate team league tournaments going on simultaneously. They don't cross over into each other. Like, we're not gonna play anyone in the Champion League this year or this season, and they're not going to play anyone from the Hero League.
And
However,
that's good. That's awesome.
That's good. I think I like that system better. However, what's going to be different is next season they're going to drop the out of the 8 teams in the Champion League, the bottom 4, like the bottom half, they get booted down to the Hero League, and the 4 best teams from the Hero League are going to go up to the Champion League next season. Which I thought that was a cool system. So you always keep the champion circle fresh, and you got to fight to stay on top if you want to keep your spot. Otherwise, you go back down and you got to prove yourself again.
That is a very, very cool system to do. That's really neat. It's going to be fun to watch too, just to see. It's going to be just like real sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I don't like real sports, but anyway.
But it'll be more fun, right? Right.
Correct. Plus, I know the people playing, so that's really cool.
Yeah, and so there's another system in place for when teams are playing each other, that there's going to be a different way to run to build lists. There's going to be what's called like a ban system. It's called the banning system. I don't know if it's called that, but I'm calling it that. So when the teams get together, each team has to make their lists out of, they only get 3 copies of any given unit for across the entire team. So like, I'm going to get into the ban system in a second. I just forgot to explain this part. So like between all 5 of us, we can only have 3 Arc Strike teams, or we can only have 3 Phase 2 clones, or we can have 3 AATs, you know? So like, we can only have 3. If it's a character like Darth Vader, or Captain Rex, or Sabine Wren, or Luke Skywalker, we can only have 1 across the entire team. So, there's going to be some. So the best way to get through Team League, or the best way to do it, is to have 4 players play all 4 factions. So have a dedicated Rebel player, have a dedicated Empire player, have a dedicated Republic player, and a dedicated CIS player, and then have a 5th person who can just kind of play whatever, like a pickup jank kind of player. We're kind of an entire team of pickup jank players, but we have said that we feel more comfortable with this faction than the other. Obviously, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to touch droids except Sean. Pretty sure Sean's our dedicated droid player. Not sure yet, but we'll see. We have a. I'm not gonna go into too much because I don't want to spoil everything, but it's gonna be fun. And so the ban system is in place to. We're gonna kind of use it to make sure dedicatedly that everyone's gonna be not playing like whatever we consider to be top tier meta. So we've been talking about like what we want to ban when we go up against teams, and I won't get into it just for the element of quote unquote surprise, whatever that will be, if we have it. But we're going to mostly keep to having a couple choices in mind to make sure that like it disrupts really competitive, really popular lists so that everyone's going to be playing at least some kind of jank, or at least some degree. So what happens is one team chooses one unit that is banned, and the other team chooses another unit, and it goes back and forth until 4 units are banned. And those units are not going to be able to be used by either team. So if I picked Tauntauns, that means which I'm not going to say is one of the choices. It's actually not, but it might be. Who knows?
It could be.
Tauntauns, now neither team can use Tauntauns. And let's say the opponent team chooses Callus. Now neither team can build a list with Callus in it. So you go back and forth and you do that until 4 units are banned.
So you could possibly ban the AAT tanks.
Yeah, we're expecting that people are going to be doing that when they're like, okay, so who's on this team? Sean Morris, huh? Let's ban the AAT. Yeah, so we're already expecting that there's going to be a lot of that, or they're going to see Paul and like ban the Bark speeder or something. So, yeah, we're We're looking forward to seeing what kind of fun jank we're going to have to put together and face.
That's going to be cool. That's going to be a lot of fun. If I had better internet, I would try and play. But, of course, my internet is sucky.
That's fair. Well, we love you anyway, Bob.
Well, I know that. That's the only reason I do this podcast is because everybody loves Bob. So
because you're beloved.
Most people love Bob. Not everybody, but most people.
Give me a list of the people who don't like Bob Swain.
I'm not going to do that because they'll get mad at me. Because I'm not calling people out.
It'll get worse.
Okay, how about dislike? How about not don't like me, but they have a distaste for me. How about that? But
that's fair.
Yeah.
I have a distaste for you.
Yeah, you do. It's a hate from old, right? There you go. No, right. Just kidding.
When you said it, when you show up and talk about how great your clones are, and then I never get to play you to show you that you're wrong.
It sucks.
And then all you do is beat up on
Hershey.
Cad Bane. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't show up this time because well, I'm not going to say because he'll get in trouble if I say. Let's just say he had a wife entanglements instead of imperial entanglements. He had wife entanglements. So.
I mean, I really want to see him. I look forward to seeing him every month because I know that like you and him are playing all the time, and then I'm like, Chris, you got to beat him with Cad Bane this month. I'm like, you've got to do it for several reasons. One,
just to shut him up. Yeah.
One is because Cad Bane is so cool, and I just want to see him win. Two, because Bob just won't shut up about how he just can auto beat Cad Bane, and I just want to hear him speak. What needs to happen is I need to play you with Cad Bane because that's all I play if I play droids is I play Cad Bane. But the list that I play Cad with, I don't have all the pieces for it in real life because I don't actually own any super droid commandos.
Exactly, I don't own any either. He's gone.
I need them, but I don't want to drop the money on them because I need 3 units of them.
He's dropped commandos on me, Dooku, just everything, and I just get lucky. I just do it. He's going to beat me one time, and then he's never going to play me again. So it'll be cool. But yeah,
I need to field my. I actually built it all the way out. Sure, we haven't given any fun lists on this episode. I'll give people a fun list real quick, just to fill in some time. Check this out, Bob. I've been playing. I've played a couple games with it.
800 or 500?
It's 800.
Okay.
I would need more if I were to, like, actually do a real game, like, that I felt comfortable, like, saying I was good with this list or whatnot, but I've done a couple games, but I want to get more under my belt before I say, like, this is it. But it's pretty fun. So, the center focus is Cad Bane, as much as I can help it. But you'll hear something else and you'll be like, oh, that seems like the other focus. So we've got 10 activations. A T-Series tactical droid with no upgrades, just purely because he has to be there. Cad Bane with offensive push, ascension cables, and electro gauntlets. I'm still playing around with if I want that to be the loadout I want or not.
Would you do better just because he's got jump jets or something, doesn't he? Or doesn't he? No.
Yeah, okay, but there's a trick with Cad Bane though. With so hear this out. So I start him behind like a wall.
Yep.
Like somewhere close to where I think I'm going to get some nice range 2 shots on you when I can help it. So I put him behind a wall where you can't see him. So you do a jump. You use jump with Cad Bane to get up on top of the wall. You tap ascension cables, but you're not using them to go up. You're just tapping them because at the end of this move, you're going to use scale. So you jump up and you go up to the wall where you're at the very edge, and then you take your shots because you have steady. So after you do your jump up, steady and scale are both going to trigger. And because you control Cad Bane, you control what order they trigger. Also, you can tap offensive push on this move up. So you tap offensive push, you tap ascension cables, and you jump up the wall. Now you have an aim, and you do steady. So you get a shot. Pow! You do your shot from the top of that. And then you can use your aim if you want to. You get a great aimed shot from the top of that wall down onto somebody. Then you do your ascension cables. You activate the scale, which takes you back down the wall to where you started. And then your second action, you recover. So you get offensive pushback, you get ascension cables back, and you're behind a line of sight blocking. So you can take a free shot on them with an aim, and then they can't shoot back at you.
The only problem is you might pull it off once, but then they're going to see it, and I'm used to that.
Well, then they got to come to me then.
I don't have to kill nothing, man. I just kill something of yours besides him, and then don't worry about Cad Bane. Come on out and get me.
Well, okay.
You forgot snipers. You forgot all the fun stuff.
So then there's 4 B1 battle droids with an E5C.
Okay.
There's 1 battle droid with an E5S. And then there's 3 full squads of VX series droid commandos with saboteurs, situational awareness, comms jammers, and vibro swords.
Nice.
So if you want to deal with Cad Bane poking behind the wall and shooting you, feel free. There's also 3 squads of droid commandos that are sprinting at you full stop that are going to be dropping bombs and not caring about taking the poison explosion when it goes off.
Nice.
So they're all about bogging you up in melee and then dropping bombs and taking the explosions when they happen.
We're going to have to play that. Just to beat it into the ground.
I was going to say, I would love to play it with you. I'm still experimenting to get it into its peak perfection, peak state, but I will get it there.
I got an 11 activation Republic army that would love to tear into that, just to see how it works, because I haven't got to play it, because I never get to play. I haven't even play tested it, but it's built. It's been built for a month and a half, so it's been ever since going up to Fort Wayne. So
it's
when
been
you get
built.
done talking, yeah, I've got something to say about Fort Wayne, but after we're done with the.
No, go ahead.
Are you done with the
Invader
League?
Jump the list, yeah.
Okay. What I did was I made a comment last time we were together about someone saying that they thought I was a better player than what I was playing, and that was Brent Dykeman from down in Greenwood. Now, I did not mean any disrespect or anything off of that. He said it kind of like, oh, okay. It was an honest comment, because I was not at top of my game. If you listened to last episode, my game was totally off, and I am a better player than that. But that was our first matchup, and we had talked on links about how to play, different armies, good stuff like that. So, he was not throwing shade, at me saying that at all. It was an actual kind of in jest, I thought you were better than that. And I would have done the same thing if I came up on somebody like him, of course, because he plays a lot and he's really good. And and he had a bad day. I would have said, I would have thought you've been better than this. It's kind of like Kenobi and Anakin talking to Grievous about, I thought you'd be taller. I thought you'd be older, back and forth. It was just banter, but I just didn't want it to come off of I was dogging him or he was dogging me because of it. But it was a good time. I had a really good time. He had a really good time pounding me into the ground because I played for squat. We're definitely going to have a rematch, but I just wanted to make sure I got that out there. That there was no ill will or any of that between either one of us. So
Bob, here's the difference. You said you would say that if the tables were turned. The difference, though, is that he's a nice person and you're not.
Well, that's true, and I would have kept rubbing it in every chance I got. So I would have stomped on his foot and laughed and said, "Oh, you suck." But no, that's the way we. Hey. There's something going on in that bank. I don't know, man. He's been in there a long, long time, and a little bit of noise going on in there.
There he is.
Yeah. Hey.
He's just coming out the door. Wait. He's got more than he had going in.
Why are those credits falling out of his pocket? And why has that guy got his gun out?
Shoot. Crap. We're a getaway driver, Bob.
Oh, shoot. Do we leave him or do we go? Because we could just beat him up and take his money and...
Okay, he just got in, so I guess we're going now.
We're going now. Okay, so you all have a good day. Thanks for listening.
We're going to have to cut this short because I've got blaster fire coming at me now. So, oh crap. Check the engines.
It's the pedal on the right.
Get out of the way! Alright. Everybody, thanks so much for listening. Hope to talk to you next month. It'll be May, so May the 4th be with you all and all that fun stuff.
And we'll talk about new speeders and stuff like that, because we might have to buy a new one after this.
Oh, all right.
Bye.
Hey, everybody, have a great day. Hope you had a nice time.
Hope you had a nice time. Stay safe. Bye.